everyone, welcome back to my channel. Watch Natalie. You have clicked into Arteagan Daily Bread, your spiritual board meeting for Wednesday, I wasn't about to say May, June 17th, 2020. I am your Madam President of the Arteagan, Natalee, spelled Natalee. Feel free to stay for all the psychic, tarot, and astrology reports. Feel free to skip ahead as you are guided. I hereby officially call this meeting to order. I'm trying to get more air. I'm trying to get more oxygen to my brain. I've been feeling sort of just, I don't know. I think that's just a collective thing, to be honest. I feel like it's like everyone is sort of, and that is metaphor and in that it is literal as well. Okay. I just really want to, I really want to say this right now, to expect more rebellion over the next 6 months. This is what I said before. This is still part of ending. Things are ending. There's things beginning, yes, of course, but this is still really part of everything. Like, she's showing me the last scene in Fight Club where that music plays and they're holding hands. Speaking of which, sorry, I don't want to alarm anybody. Let's go into the President's Report. Okay, my loves. So what am I most excited about for today? Well, welcome to another beautiful day of life. Okay, we're being optimistic and we're being very forward-looking, and honestly, with so many heavenly bodies retrograding in the sky, everything happening right now, it's like all karmic. It's all very, very karmic. It's very fated, destined. So we can just count on that as we're going to get what we've earned. We're going to get our karma back. If you're like me, you're kind of panicking because you know that you were not a very well-behaved person in past lives, and you know you've got a lot of dark karma to work through in this lifetime. So for those of us who've taken on that responsibility to pay a lot of that debt off in one lifetime. Who else? Anyone else here in the room? Is that just me? Ooh, wow, it's really like sticking there, this like tower energy. Okay. I am most excited for Mercury retrograding in Cancer because that is more karma. It's more karma being worked through, and in Cancer, it's good. It can be a really good feeling. The high vibrational Cancerian energy is so nurturing, and Ace of Cups and Holy Grail of love and life, and just a cool pool of water to freshen you for life, freshen your vitality. It's just moisture for your skin. It's all goodness. It's all good, great, wonderful things, and you can really experience, and because it's the 0th degree of Cancer with this new moon solar eclipse over the weekend, it's very powerful, and it's a very concentrated form of that energy. Whenever you have 0 degree, 1 degree of a sign, it's a very concentrated, potent little cocktail of that energy here. So that Cancerian energy, that very I want to say yummy, it's just really delicious and comfortable. For me, it's like marshmallows. I love marshmallows, the all natural, like organic ones, and I love Jello, like homemade, like the really healthy, organic, natural plant derivative of all the stuff. Those, it's very soothing to me. It's very calming and soothing, and I just like it a lot. So for me, I don't know, that's just like a me thing. But for you and for this transit for Mercury retrograding in Cancer, I feel like it'll be a better retrograde because it's just a really positive, nice thing. Like, turn your little bathroom into a little spa, turn your little, carve out some more time for yourself, carve out more. For me, I extended my skincare routine. I used to have these epic, when I was auditioning, oh my God, all I cared about was like my skin. I mean, that was like the one thing that I really stuck to. is like my skincare routine, wearing sunscreen every day since 18 years old. I don't even go out in the sun that much. And I had these really intense, long skincare routines. So I got away from that in the last few years, especially 2018, which I call my year of tears. And you just get so far away from yourself. And I'm like working my way back to that. So for me recently, that was just something that I've been doing, is go back to that my really long skincare routines, and it feels really good. So Mercury retrograding in Cancer. First of all, those of you that have like Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer on your axis or in pivotal, if you have a sort of connection with that energy, you could want to treat your family like royalty. You could want to treat those you love that give you that nurturing, that give you that self-care feeling, that you just can kind of collapse in their arms and they're going to like really take care of you, and you can trust your fate in their capable hands, not in a boundary crossing way, but just in a very nurturing, safe way where there is no codependency, there is no toxicity and toxins. My goodness. Those people you're going to want to spoil and treat like royalty, treat really, really, really well. You're going to feel this surge of, look at me talking about the eclipse already. Feel this, but this is also Mercury retrograding in Cancer, okay? But it's really right there, because that new moon solar eclipse is like days after Mercury stations retrograde. The North Node's there, so it's really kind of all supporting, the energies are all supporting these statements, is what I'm saying, I guess. Sorry, I took a sip of coffee. So you're getting this Wednesday. This is when Mercury's, it's like a day if you're like in a different part of the world. Mercury stations retrograde. So yes, you are going to want to avoid signing new contracts till after July 12th if you can help it. If you cannot help it, have a lawyer go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure you understand everything, that you understand your responsibilities, you understand your expectations, you understand the expectations of you, you just make sure that you understand as clear as in the simplest terms for new contracts. You have the green light, you have the go-ahead if you are returning to something, if you're going back to something. The energy, especially because it is very karmic, it favors going back to something and revisiting what adjustment do you need, or what adjustment can you make in order to push it forward again. So it's something that didn't go well, you can go back now and it could actually move forward. So if it's something you've done before, you could have, if your chart's set up this way, you can actually be really good, especially for those of you born on a Mercury retrograde. You're going to have an excellent Mercury retrograde. Wow, this really looks different when I don't put on any makeup. You're going to have an excellent Mercury retrograde because I'm not going to get into it. So Mercury retrograding being difficult for about 80% of the population, where it's a strain on your finances, it's a strain on your technology, your communication, things go haywire. But those 20%, those of you who are born on it, it's probably going to be a really good Mercury retrograde for you. So that's my President's Report. I guess that's kind of my astrology report too. We do have on Thursday, looking ahead a little bit, Mars sextiling Pluto. Basically, the sky is moving into position to set up for the new moon solar eclipse. And the energy that we're in now, it's tapering off of that Sagittarius full moon. And so we're still resting, I'm still trying to I didn't have energy or time to do hair and makeup and wardrobe. It's so lazy, sorry. But for those of you who had different transits for that lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, we're basically finishing out that energy. And now we're gonna over the weekend the eclipse will arrive. So next week will be really, really interesting. And eclipses take up to 6 months to unfold, but let me get back to Thursday. Hold on. Mars sextiling Pluto. So I really feel like that's going to be something you feel very viscerally, on a visceral level, like in your skin. Like you're going to feel either passion or inspiration. I'm hoping it's not righteous anger. I'm hoping it's more courage. I'm hoping it's more confidence. of compassion that gives you that rush, that adrenaline. You're going to see it in people around you, and you're definitely going to see it on the world stage and the global stage, that it will be righteous anger, that it will be it'll be very brave, a very brave moment. And we're going to see this over the next 6 months, more rebellion. And I do have a concern about coronavirus, because Mercury retrograding is part of its energy signature. And with the sky right now, with, yes, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn are all retrograding, and Jupiter and Neptune is associated with the virus as well. We saw it spreading like wildfire. And on the earlier Mercury retrograde of this year, when the communication, the information was very unclear, that was Mercury retrograding as well. So I have concerns about it. I mean, it's set up that it can spread. It won't spread as, the positive is that it won't spread as strongly, because we have Jupiter retrograding. Neptune and Mars are direct though, so it's going to feel like it doesn't matter. We're not caring about it. We have to fight for what's right. So personally, it means that something that you're working on is really worth it. It's really important to you. It's got your soul. You're impassioned. You're being led by this inner guidance. So that's Thursday, and let's move into the tarot report. Your psychic download, I have racing still. It feels like have you ever felt, it's not like, you know, when you smoke your first cigarette, you get lightheaded, and it's sort of like an out-of-body experience, and you kind of come back down or what have you. It's sort of like that, except instead of feeling lightheaded, you feel very, it's like you're racing. It's like you feel like you're racing, and you are only standing still. That's what I felt. That's your download. So it was like racing still. Oh, it's magic. We're just going to take the top. Ace of Cups. I knew we were going to get Ace of Cups. I just like felt it. I saw it. She showed it to me, but I just knew we were getting it. So this is our Mercury retrograding in Cancer energy. Ace of Cups. You could actually revisit something that brought you such immense joy. You could actually bring something back, or something just returns to your life that really gets you going. But it's a return of something. It's Cancer. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. Is it something that you're manifesting on purpose, that you're planning this out? Maybe you were planning and plotting to return to something when you saw Mercury about to retrograde. Maybe you know that Mercury retrogrades 3 to 4 times a year, and you wait for Mercury to retrograde before trying to bring something back out again. That would be quite clever. I don't know if you went through that kind of work to bring this back. You could even just have like really good timing, like your natural instincts are really aligned with the planets, in that, like, let's say you have 2 people. One person doesn't go to an astrologer, one person does go to an astrologer. Let's say the person that doesn't go to the astrologer is really aligned with themselves and their energy and their life, and they have a very strong internal intuition, and they work with practical magic in their everyday life. The person that goes to the astrologer is on their way working towards that, but they're not quite confident in their orientations. You can get the same outcome either way. The person that follows their inner guidance is going to feel like they're moving forward. Maybe when Mercury starts to enter the shadow period and they don't know anything about Mercury retrograde, they start to feel like, oh, you know what, I want to go back to that that idea I had, or I want to go back to this, I want to go back and I want to just look at it again and tinker with it. They're going to honor that download, they're going to honor the energies of that, and they're going to go back to it, and they could strike gold, or they could start talking about it, and it leads to it being reignited. Whereas the person that goes to the astrologer is going to say, listen, you can really find a lot of success with something that you had tried before, but it did not work out, or it didn't go very far. Think to your mind, and they can help work with that person to figure out, like, get them thinking, like, well, what could that be? What am I feeling? So it's two different, like I'm saying, two different ways to get the same outcome. So I'm illustrating those two different purposes so that you know how you can be that first person that, because I feel like when I tell my querents, when I tell my hierophants, my high priestesses, my emperors, my empresses, my knights, my kings, my queens, all my pages, everybody, I feel like when I tell you guys, when I'm working with you guys one-on-one, I feel like, and even when I was really being mentored and having those conversations, when I was really coming up in my spiritual, not like I'm done, no one's done, I would kind of feel this way, where I would feel like I wouldn't hear it when someone says, just listen to your heart. I would, give me something I can use. Give me a date. Give me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like how I was. I swear, I've come such a long way. So I feel like I just wanted to tell you that comparison to give you that belief in yourself, so that when you get a feeling like, you know what, I don't want to work today. I just want to lay in bed all day. I just want to eat Cheetos, even though people are expecting things from me. Even though, you know what, I don't want to help my sister move today, but I can't back out. But you call in and you're like, oh my God, I've blah, 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 blah. Or you call in, you know what I'm saying, and you take that rest for yourself. Or if you just go with your own flow and say, man, I totally shouldn't say this to my boss, but I'm going to totally say it. And you go and you say it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're in those moments in your life, I just want you to hopefully in your subconscious feel this moment of this energy work that we're doing right now, so that it might just give someone somewhere at some moment that extra little nudge, a little push. Because it could lead you to something really incredible and really amazing and really wonderful over this Mercury retrograde period. Okay? What else? Yeah, I see you feeling amazing. I see you feeling amazing. Ace of Pentacles. You're feeling amazing. Now, this could be a whole new relationship that you're manifesting as well. If it is a new relation, I know this is you. I know for 100% that this is you. Well, this is you too. But you're going to be feeling this. I know that for certain. So whether you're feeling this because you're in a new relationship, or you're feeling this because you're manifesting something that is bringing you such immense joy, will be different for all of you. But if this is a relationship for you, this is a relationship that is very emotionally fulfilling. It's actually more so. What I'm getting is that you both, you both build each other up. No one is stingy or withholding with their attention. I'm getting attention, and I'm just getting that both of you are like this. That you're both sort of like, let me give into you, give into you, give into you, and this other person's like, let me give into you, let me give into you, and you're both just like. So this is a relationship, a new relationship. They're like that, and this relationship is financially beneficial for both of you. And you are bringing this in through your energy work. Okay. What next? Or what else? Ooh, this will be good to dig into. 8 of Swords, 10 of Staves, and what is this? The Page of Swords. The last time that you did this, or the first time that you did this, or whatever this is, and this could be the source of an estrangement. She's telling me that for some of you, not all of you, for some of you, this is a relationship where there was an estrangement, and that's what this is, an estrangement. And so you're coming back to give a rebirth to this connection, a rebirth to this relationship. For others of you, it is a new connection or new relationship that either never went anywhere or didn't get very far, or there's some connection where you like know of each other or know each other, but it wasn't the right time. So instead of the estrangement, it was just a bad timing. It was a timing thing, but this is karmic. No matter what, this is a karmic right here. Let's get one more. What is it? 9 of Pentacles. Home free is what I was hearing as I was shuffling. Home free, home free. Something about home free. Home free. Let's start clarifying. That 9 of Pentacles is the only, aside from the Ace of Pentacles, is the only really concrete 3D terrestrial energy that we've got floating down to earth. So you're either the 9 of Pentacles right now in life, where you are supporting yourself, you're stable, you enjoy your work, you enjoy your love, your hobbies, you take care of yourself, you're confident. But it's only you. It's just enough for you. It's really just the lifestyle. It's you shaped. It's you filled. It's like if there were a little jar or a little fish bowl. The fish bowl is you shaped, and it's like your. Anyway, let's take a look at the Ace of Cups. Tell us about this Ace of Cups, please. This beautiful dove. Queen of Pentacles, interesting. You're connecting, you could be connecting with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I feel like either way, they're coming across very, very strongly in this energy, in this earthy energy. This is it's that squirrel. It's the one I'm worried about. She's just different. She doesn't move like a squirrel. That's why I'm worried about her. She moves like a human. Like the way she, like she doesn't look natural as a squirrel. I'm so sorry, that was so random. This person is very stable and strong and secure, and they're really great. They're just really... This is someone... The 9 of Pentacles is my pre-Queen of Pentacles energy. So this is someone who's probably married. They're probably married. They don't have to be married, but this is someone who is... Everything that I said about 9 of Pentacles, she has so much more. Like, she has a kingdom. She has, like, this is someone who's only responsible for themselves. This is someone who's only responsible for themselves, and they take very good care of themselves. They take very good care of those responsibilities. This is someone who's responsible for themselves, their families, their communities, their kingdoms, their businesses, their income, their charities, their philanthropy, their constituents. They're responsible for a whole lot more. They can manage all that more. So you're connecting with someone who has more resources than you, who has more available to really work with and to, and this is looking professional. Okay, Magician. Tell us about this Magician energy. Ooh. Interesting. Four of Cups. So for some of you, this could not have happened. This didn't happen in the past because of a lack of interest, a lack of, I'm just getting like apathy, like just straight up apathy. And here you are with the white and the red robes, balancing purity of thought and carnal desire. You come in to just reinvigorate. It's like you're stirring it up. It's like someone's lackluster or someone's like, I could take it or leave it. You come in and you just make it like catnip. You catnipify this whole thing where it's no longer apathy. You really did this. You turned apathy into, that's what you did. Interesting. If this is love, you turned them on. They were not attracted to you, or you were not attracted to them, and someone did something. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. This is the thing. There's something between you two that is solid. Either a work relationship, a project, or a commitment. Actually, there could be a commitment regardless. Oh my God. This is weird the way it fell down. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pick it up exactly how it fell. Just like this. Take that in for a second. Okay, you got it? Okay. There's one more card. And are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, bam. The Flintstones. I'm getting bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Like knocking, like titans on earth. Bam, 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 bam. That could be the tower moment, though. Yeah, I'm getting major Hercules Greek. I'm getting major, like, mythology. Someone could be, like, a voracious reader way into mythology. Or maybe this was, like, an era of your life where you just were obsessed with mythology and you were obsessed with learning all the stories and you were just reading about everything. And it doesn't have to be just, it could be Greek, Roman, you know, anything, Druids, it could be anything like that, or like Lord of the Rings. And that's what I'm getting with Bam Bam, though. There's some sort of, I'm getting like a cast of characters, like you went and you studied comic books or mythology or Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. Some fantasy, some sort of interesting. It's a random detail for someone. Okay. So now, oh, this was for Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness gracious. I totally flew out for a moment there. Wow. Okay. So this Ace of Pentacles has the Tower, the Nine of Staves, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress. This is going to change your life forever. What you're doing here is, I'm hearing it, you're rewriting your own karma. You're literally you're literally changing the vibration of your karma here. I mean, quite literally, what you're doing here. Yeah, you definitely know. You're either, and I'm telling you, you could even be a blend between that first person and that second person, where you follow your intuition, you're listening to you're going with your flow, and you are learning about astrology, and you're learning about, you know, all of these esoteric infos, because this is like a breakthrough. This is a major breakthrough. And here's the thing that you can expect is that with something like the energy of the eclipse, and I'll talk about it more in the live stream, but the energy signature of that lunar event is going to be sort of, I don't want to say traumatic. It's not, I don't want to trigger anybody. How do I put it? Like, even when great things happen, even when wonderful things happen to us, it's still big. It still feels like you're getting hit with energy. I'm trying to think of something great that's happened to me where I can explain it to you. That's this level big. Okay, it's how you would expect someone to feel that had been trying to get pregnant for, 2 years, and they finally get pregnant. It's probably a big feeling. Or when someone's getting married, when someone's... This makes me sound sad. Let's move on. So it's going to come with a bang. It's going to be really, really great news. And I feel like it's actually going to break you down a little bit. It's good. Sorry, that was my elbow crunching the blood on the table. I feel like it is going to break you down a little bit. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a rush, emotionally. So what's turning around is either okay, she's telling me it's the relationship. Because it's you turning this apathy into immense desire. So I feel like it goes both ways. You broke through their barrier, their wall, and they will break through yours. There's a lot of abundance here too. 2 aces, Magician, Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress here. If this is work, this is going to put you in a very comfortable position. That's what it is. She's telling me that she says that this is it. This is racing still. That's how it's going to feel. That's hilarious that my download was what I couldn't think of. It's like she knew I wasn't going to be able to think of an example. Okay, so that's what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel like your life is racing. It's going to feel... Okay, let me remember what that was. Okay, so the way it felt is like everything was stopped. Everything just... the world stopped. The world was standing still. And then it felt like racing, but standing still. I know it sounds strange, but that's what this is going to feel like for you. It's going to feel like the world stands still, but while the world is standing still and you're standing still, you're actually racing in place. You'll have to tell us how it feels in the comments below when this pops for you. So you're going to be feeling great. You're going to be feeling amazing. Let's take a look at the 9 of Pentacles. You need an immense force to break through a barrier. You need an immense force to break through a barrier. The solar eclipse is an immense force. 10 of Staves, 9 of Pentacles. Let's go straight to the 10 of Staves. Page of Swords and the 8 of Swords over here. Because I feel like this is giving us our backstory a little bit. Or the energy work. Tell us about the 10 of Staves, the Page of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. creepy. You're creeping me out, man. Can't make this up. Look at that. You just made life a little bit harder for yourself before. That's all that this is. That's all this is. That's all it is. You just made your life a little bit harder for yourself. You've heard me say that on the channel before, that I was just making my life harder for myself in Chicago. Like, that's just like, we all do it is what I'm saying. Like, we all do it. We all do it until we don't. That's all that this was. You were baggage. I'm just getting baggage. I'm just really getting baggage that was keeping you from being able to use your power. Baggage that was keeping you from your tools. Baggage that was keeping you from your focus. Baggage that was keeping you from doing your magic. Okay? It's all gone now. It's not you anymore. Boom. You broke out of the matrix. And for those of you still breaking out of the matrix, we got you. We got you. Okay. This looks amazing. Oh, 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. 2. It doesn't have to be a woman. Doesn't have to be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Remember, we read energies, not genders or ages or classes or anything else. We just read energies. I'm getting ET phone home. Whoa. For someone. That just freaked someone out too when I just said that. Yeah, ET phone home for someone. Like about aliens and galaxies. Oracle for this spread, please. This spread. This is incredible. Well done, you. Here we go. Faith. Faith. What does it say? Dreams are worth the wait. So you could be waiting at this time. You could be waiting for this manifestation. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Let's get Lovers, Oracle. If this is romantic, then you definitely are going to be working. If this is romantic, this feels like someone that is going to change your status, that affiliating with them, associating with them. So if this is business partnership, marriage, family, friendship, or otherwise, whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, they elevate your status in life through marriage or through business connection or through friendship or through, you know what I'm saying? And this is karmic. If this is happening right now, this is karmic. Very karmic. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Exactly what I just said. That you will be... That Ace of Pentacles is the wedding ring. Or it's either the wedding or it's the business contract or it's the, you know, and then healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This speaks to the baggage. So your baggage was just family baggage that you were carrying around. For some of you, it looks to be predominantly to speak to mental baggage, outgrowing mentalities and perspectives with that 8 of Swords. You could have even been fooling yourself, gaslighting yourself, whatever it is. It could have been rose-colored glasses. It could have been anything. Because the Page of Swords is that test of integrity, and you were struggling with it. You were struggling with something, and I feel like you just really couldn't see it. You couldn't see that maybe there even was a test of integrity. You couldn't see that there was something a little bit snarky there with that Page of Swords, and that was just your baggage, healing family issues. It came from your parents. Of which you are free of now. Nine of Pentacles, Magician. If this is that way where you turned disinterest or apathy into the catnip, it could have been that the disinterest and apathy stems from your Page of Swords behavior, or you could have just like, you could have shown to them, you could have looked immature and, how do I put this? What is it called? Sort of petty, or arrogant, or snarky, or sarcastic, or prickly, or pushy, or something a little sharp. You could have come across a little sharp, and they were like, oh, I don't need that. And on your experience of it, you were battling your own family issues and didn't see it with that Eight of Swords, with that hoodwinked. You didn't see it, and you didn't see that baggage. You didn't see how heavy it was to carry that burden of being that way. So you worked your magic, whatever it is, that magician energy. That was weird. The Owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Your intuition is correct. Keep the faith. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Keep the faith. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Like my example, the first person and the second person, same outcome, two different ways. You know, trying to put the air under your little winglets so that you guys can just, because then you'll be like me and you'll just get your own little, you know, maybe we'll do this to kind of have a good, that's why you really need good mirrors around you, so that even when you're trying to, you know, plan things according to astrology, you can have a friend, you know, ideally, if they're like also into what you're into, to like look over the stuff and say like, what do you see? What do you think? And they might go, oh, well, you're not seeing this thing, or you're not seeing that. Or then, you know, it's like, I'm not saying, this is just me talking here, but like if you maybe had some good mirrors around you, there could have been maybe someone or something to show this to you. So that could be something, maybe you're too alone, maybe you're too isolated, maybe you're a little bit too independent, Nine of Pentacles, because I feel like this isn't big a deal. Like this is only a little bitty Page of Swords. You were not looking like a Five of Swords to this other person, to this Queen of Pentacles. You're just a little off-putting that they don't need, that they were apathetic about. So I feel like it's just a suggestion. I don't know who that's for. I've never made that kind of suggestion before. So for someone out there that needs to hear it, maybe if you had a mirror to help you see this, maybe that's part of someone's lesson. But either way, you did get through it. You didn't need the mirror. You still got, maybe it took a little longer, but you did get through it, and you were able to see this part of yourself, and you unloaded this burden to do your manifestation work, because you're in tune with your intuition. And it's like you have that commitment to yourself. You have this connection that did take you to the right place, that did steer you to this wonderful Mercury retrograde moment right on this new moon solar eclipse. So this is so karmic. This is exactly how it's meant to happen for whoever this is for. So don't you for a moment feel bad about it. Hummingbird at the bottom of the deck. Release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. I love this. I love it. I absolutely love it. Relax and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Okay, who do we have left? Moonology, and then we will call this a day. Release what you've been carrying. Lighten up. New joy is on the way. Moonology. This is already all set in motion. So, like I said, there's no, I knew it. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo energy. You were showing the Page of Swords part of yourself. That's how you manifested it. And now, if I'm reading ahead and you have yet to do your magic, this is how you do it. It's a time to give rather than take. You show them you're not Page of Swords, that you're the Ace of Cups, that you're the Magician, that you're the Ace of Pentacles, that you're the Wheel of Fortune, that you're the Empress, that you're everything positive and wonderful and abundant and beautiful. A time to give. You give because you have so much. That changes their mind. It's a time to give rather than take. And we even have Virgoan energy with this Queen of Pentacles and the Moonology. Remember what I said in the beginning? It's about giving and giving and giving, and you both like build each other up, where no one's stingy. You weren't coming across as stingy, but you could have been. You could have been coming across as just not giving, or just not having so much of. Maybe you were, I don't know, you could have just been prickly for any, whatever, however that's resonating with you. I feel like you'll know. I feel like you'll know, oh yeah, I could have come across this way, or oh, I have resting bitch face, and oh no, and you know, whatnot. So alles gut ende gut. All's well that ends well. Okay? No, but you go back, you make this right, you fix it. And really, your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. So this is really a nice energy reading. I feel like we did a lot of really great work here. I feel like I had one more thing to say. I feel like your work is pretty much done. If you did what you've got to do. I feel like you're just kind of sitting back and waiting for this Ace of Pentacles to appear with this Oracle. Release what you've been carrying. Lighten up. New joy is on the way. New joy is on the way. I kind of do want to take a look at the Nine of Staves, though. It's almost to the 10, and you have a 10 here. Thank you, it's the karma. I love when she talks to me when I don't have to use the cards. She's saying it's the karma. That this is like, it's the final act. It's the final act. Dang. You did good, kid. All right, guys, I love you forever and ever and always. Take very good care of yourselves. Be very gentle with everything going on. And until tomorrow, my loves, many, many, many blessings upon your heads. Mwah.